Hello, sports fans. I'd like to welcome everyone to another edition of Sportsmemo's Pro Football Forecast. I'm your host, world champion handicapper, Las Vegas's biggest daily sports bettor, Joe D'Amico. Now, guys, you're going to receive a ton, and I mean a ton, of free winners from some of Sportsmemo's documented winning cappers, providing today's winners. Very excited about this. We're going to finish up the year with some of my favorite people on the planet. Providing today's winners, the First Lady of Las Vegas, Miss Dionne D'Amico, the body himself, Mr. Jesse Schule, and yours truly, Joe D'Amico. Now, friends, during the show, you're going to see a discount scroll across the bottom of your screen. There it goes now. Take advantage of that discount. This one, we're really finishing off the year with a bang, and the great folks at Sports Memo really went out on a limb for us here today. Take advantage of this. 3 days, any capper, $25. Use code FFS25. Guys, you could use this for one of us, two of us, all three of us. Literally will pay for itself and be the best New Year's you'll ever have. And guys, if you like what you hear, like and follow the Sports Memo YouTube channel and our Twitter pages. And by all means, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. You have made this football forecast one of the most exciting and most successful new shows this season. So thank you for that. Let's jump right in and say hello to everybody on the panel. Dionne, Jesse, how is everybody today?
Doing good, thank you.
Happy holidays, guys.
Great to have you. You know, we're going to be finishing off this calendar year with my favorite people on the planet. Obviously, I love her. I'm talking about Jesse. No, I love her with all my heart. I married her, Dionne and Jesse. And you know, they were a big part of the success we've had. And obviously, you love it because our viewership keeps going up. And we can't thank you enough. Let's jump right in with our first free NFL winner. You know her as the First Lady of Las Vegas. I know her as a perennial on the leaderboard. I also wake up next to her every morning. Miss Dionne D'Amico. Dionne, can you tell us about your first free NFL winner, please?
Sure. So in this matchup, the long distance pointing season has taken its toll on the Washington football team. Coming off Sunday night's 56-14 embarrassing loss in which teammates were fighting on sidelines is proof that they have thrown in the towel on the campaign. Philly right now has earned an NFC wildcard spot, but the Eagles need to win to keep it. They are striding, winning 5 of the last 6 both straight up and against the spread. They entered this matchup with a defense that has allowed more than 18 points just once over the last month and a half. They are 6-2-1 ATS the last 9 meetings in the series and 7-1 the last 8 in January. Washington football team is 2-5 ATS the last 7 at home and 8-20-1 the last 29 versus the NFC East. So take Philly here.
There you go. The First Lady of Las Vegas is take Philly. And she's like E.F. Hutton. When she talks, sports bettors listen. She's doing some great work over at Sports Memo. I want her to tell you why you need to use that discount. Take advantage of it. Follow her this weekend. Dionne, can you tell us what you got going on, please?
Yeah, so I'm going to finish this year out on a high note. I'm going to bring you a ton of winners for Sunday. I'm going to have a couple of games posted by tonight. You're going to see at least maybe 1 or 2, 5, 10% plays. And don't forget to use that amazing discount. It's going to pay for itself in the first day.
There you go. First Lady of Las Vegas. And by the way, just so you know, we tape this show on Wednesdays. So I know the great folks, so the tech folks over at Sports Memo, they'll get it up and out tonight and tomorrow between the college and the football. So between Wednesday and Thursday, these shows will be out. So she's going to have some big plays. Use that discount. Take advantage of it. Another winner, man. He's on multiple sport leaderboards. I love him. You love him. He's going to tell you his first free NFL winner, Jesse Schule. Jesse.
Well, I'm looking at the Tennessee Titans. They got a big game ahead of them. They really need this win if they want to take down the division and hold off those Colts. And they're facing a Dolphins team that has won 7 straight. And if you're wondering why you haven't heard much about the Dolphins' 7-game win streak, well, that's probably because it's the phoniest 7-game win streak you've ever seen. They've beaten the Jets twice. They've beaten the Texans, the Giants, the Panthers, the Ravens with a banged-up quarterback, Lamar Jackson. And last week they beat the Saints with Ian Book, the 4th-string quarterback, rookie out of Notre Dame. And, now they're playing on the road against an actual division leader. The Titans' defense had 2 interceptions in their win over San Fran last week. They terrorized Jimmy G. Even in the last couple wins for Tua Tagovailoa, 3 picks and 3 touchdowns. He hasn't played that well. This is just a mismatch. I like the Titans as the home favorite.
There you go. Mr. Jesse Schule tells you take the Titans. He made a believer out of me. I know he made a believer out of you. I want him to tell you why you need to use that discount. Follow him to finish out the year.
Well, of course, we got bowl games, we got 2 college football playoff games, and we got a ton of NFL. But in addition to all that, I also play the hockey, which is returning tonight, and soccer. Soccer is also huge in the new year. So, if you want those extra bits and pieces, come and see me.
The bits and pieces. Guys, I want to bring everybody on real quick. Jesse, you mentioned Tagovailoa, and we mentioned you on the Daily Show today. Dionne and I'm going to make an announcement in a second, have a Daily Show. And she was talking about the Maryland football team. She just could not get Tagovailoa's name right. So we brought you up, and we were talking about it. It was hysterical. We had a lot of laughs. We couldn't stop laughing. We couldn't hold it together. So we would give our homage to you this morning about Jesse. It was kind of funny if you watched today's show. But, guys, I've got a game that I want to talk about. And it may just make – I love it so much, it may make it over to the premium side. Let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts, guys. And this game is right now, as of taping on Wednesday, 6.5. Sports fans, let's pump the brakes there, Raider fans. All you Raider guys, listen, I'm a Las Vegas. I root for any home team. I still go to Rebel games, guys. And the last time they won, Larry Johnson was on the court. But let's pump the brakes here, Raider fans. The last 2 weeks and your 16-14 win over the Browns and your 17-13 victory over the Broncos, well, both of those came against teams that were ravished by missing stars, and both came against backup quarterbacks. I know what you're going to say, Carson Wentz. As of taping, Carson Wentz may be cleared to play here. Folks, I'm not alarmed either way because Vegas is truly outclassed. Jonathan Taylor is chomping at the bit knowing he gets to face the Swiss cheese-like Las Vegas run defense. Let's face it, when you match up the NFL's 5th-ranked scoring offense with its 26th-ranked scoring defense, things are going to get ugly, folks. Let's flip it. Flip side. The Raiders are having issues crossing the goal line. We all know that. And now they have to line up across from a Colts defense that has yielded 17 points or less in 5 of the last 6 contests. Vegas, 3-7 ATS the last 10 on the road, while Indy, 4-1 ATS the last 5 versus AFC opponents. Take the Colts under a touchdown. Faux show. This is a winner, folks. I love this game. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to bet this game so much here. I'm going to move that line to 7, myself in Vegas. Now, I'm going to tell you why you need to take that discount. That's going across the bottom of your screen. And follow Joe D'Amico this weekend. The best big game hunter on the planet, 23-5 this football season and 5 and 10 unit releases at Sportsmemo. My games of the month, games of the year are unrivaled this Sunday. You're going to see my strongest and highest rated NFL card yet this season, and maybe even since the beginning or middle of last season. Get them all at Sportsmemo. You may see a game of the month. You may even see a game of the year. Get them, use that discount. It'll pay for itself in the first winner. I promise you that. Now, guys, I got a couple of announcements before going to our second round. I want to bring everybody on board for this, my friends. Announcement alert. Dionne and I are making sports betting history with our new daily show, The First Family of Las Vegas' daily free winner show. Every day we come at you early, give you free winners for that day in football, basketball, and come the spring in baseball. Tune in because we have a lot of fun, but we give out some great information. We've done 2 shows already. We did a show on Tuesday of this week, Wednesday of this week. We're going to be doing it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to have some guest cappers from the Sportsmemo and Wager Talk families come on. But every day we're going to be giving you free winners for that day. Tune in, and you're going to see who wins the Battle of the Sexes. For sure. Guys, don't go nowhere. We have another round of free NFL winners from some of the best on the planet. Let's go to her. I love her. You love her. I love her so much I married her. I love that cow so much I bought it. I'm kidding. She's going to give you her second free NFL winner, the First Lady of Las Vegas, Dionne D'Amico. Dionne, your second free winner.
Yeah, so Cleveland will see the return of several starters on both sides of the ball. And coming off a poor outing last week, Baker Mayfield will bounce back here. If you recall last January, the quarterback had a career day bringing the Browns a 48-38 win and cover against the Steelers. Well, history repeats itself here. The lack of offense is bad enough for Pitt, but the mismatch between their 32nd ranked run defense and Cleveland's 3rd ranked rushing offense is enough for me to side with the Brownies team that must win to keep their playoff hopes alive. So lay a field goal.
There you go. The First Lady of Las Vegas telling you take Baker Mayfield and the Brownies. Oh, my God. She's been right so many times on this show. I'm so glad to be finishing up the NFL, the calendar year with our last NFL show with her. I know you are too. Let's go to him. You love him. I love him. His second NFL winner, the body, Mr. Jesse Schule.
Well, the Chargers are facing the Denver Broncos at home, and the Chargers have looked pretty bad the last couple weeks. Their defense has struggled. They've got a lot of starters missing because of COVID and injuries. However, Denver might be a great matchup for them because they're facing a Denver team that is so poor on offense that those defensive injuries might not factor in as much. Of course, Drew Lock has stepped in at quarterback for them. In 4 appearances this year, he's got 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He's been sacked 7 times. Denver has lost 3 of those 4 games. And the home team is 4-0 against the spread in the last 4 head-to-head meetings. I think as bad as the Chargers have looked lately, teams are never as bad as they appear to be coming off a loss. And I like Justin Herbert to out-duel Drew Lock here. So take Chargers -6.5.
There you go. Mr. Jesse Schule says take the Chargers -6.5. I love it. Go use that discount. Finish the year with Jesse, $25, all-inclusive sports. My second free NFL winner, guys, another one I absolutely love. Let's talk about it together. With last week's 36-10 demolishing of Pittsburgh, Kansas City, they clinched a playoff spot. Right now, the Chiefs own a 1-game lead over the Titans for the AFC's best record. They want that top seed come the postseason, my friends. They really want it. Andy Reid wants that top seed. Patrick Mahomes leads the number 4 scoring offense in the league. And wait a minute. Beep, 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 beep. Mismatch alert. The quarterback will absolutely shred the Cincinnati 29th ranked pass defense, just in case you missed it the first time. Beep, 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 beep. That's a mismatch. All this would be enough for me to side with this team, but the Chiefs defense, they put the icing on the cake for me, guys. They have allowed 17 points or less in 7 of their last 8 outings, which, by the way, all wins. That's right. This team has rattled off 8 straight victories and 6 straight covers. Now, folks, I like Joe Burrow. I think he's a pretty darn good young guy. And him and the Bengals have come a long way. But this is still a young squad, as I mentioned a moment ago. And I feel after last week's beating of the Ravens, they're in serious letdown mode here. KC 5-0 ATS the last 5 versus AFC opponents, while Cincy 2-5 ATS the last 7 at home. Take the Chiefs all the way to the bank. Let's bring everybody back on board, guys. Before I give a rundown of everything we've got, a couple of announcements. First of all, we told you about First Amendment of Las Vegas' daily show every day. Tune into the Sportsmemo YouTube channel, guys. We have a lot of laughs, but we give out good content for that day, free plays for that day. Basketball, football, and then come the spring, baseball. A couple other announcements. Sports fans, I'm really tongue-tied today, honey. Oh, my God. It's because you look so cute. Sports fans, we would love it if you followed our Sportsmemo YouTube channel. 100% free. Takes 2 seconds. Also, follow our Twitter page. Also, follow Jesse, follow Dionne, follow myself on Twitter. We do answer you back. If you make any comments on the Sportsmemo, on this show, on the YouTube page, Dionne and I will answer you back. I'm sure Jesse, I know he's taking time to talk to a lot of you people out there. Couple other things. The discount. Let's talk about it one more time before we go run down all the games and say bye-bye for the year. Get a 3-day pass. It covers the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st for only $25 each using coupon code FFS25 that can be used multiple times. So grab all 3 of us for $75, guys. That's less than the price of lunch, really. I know Jesse eats a lot more than that at lunch. I went to dinner. I went to lunch with him, guys. Wow, he can eat. But then again, if you ever seen him bench press, you know why he loads up so much. Sports fans, real quick, we're finishing up the year here. It's our last show of the year. And I want to say thank you to all of you. You have made the Sportsmemo Football Forecast shows the most exciting, the most successful new show this football season. You know, people like Dionne, Jesse, Ronald Kabang, a bunch of other people, Rocky Atkinson, that have come on the show this whole year. And I don't want to leave anybody out, but can't name everybody. Take too long. Guys, they've made it a very special show. The great folks at Sportsmemo have allowed us to do a lot for you, those discounts. And you know, it's because of you, really, that it's been so successful. We want to keep coming back to you, giving you tons of free winners. And we will. We're going to complete the season. We're already signed on for next season. And we're very excited about that. So I'm going to get choked up. But let me run down the games, guys, real quick. The First Lady of Las Vegas, NFL, free winners, the Eagles, -3.5, the Browns, -3. Mr. Jesse Schule, the handsome Jesse Schule, the handsome and dapper Jesse Schule. He had the Titans -3.5 and the Chargers -6.5. Your dashing host, Joey D'Amico. He had the Colts -6.5, the Chiefs -5. Guys, it is the end of the year. Dionne, do you have any last thoughts or words for everybody out there as it's our last show of the year?
Yeah, I want to thank you and all the great folks over at Sports Memo for having me and bringing me under your guys' wings. And for a great season that we've all had. And I'm looking forward to doing next year with you guys and all the other amazing cappers that have been on the show. And as what is it, In Sync would say, bye, bye, bye.
I love it. I love it. She made me laugh. She always makes me laugh, Jesse. It's better than the girls that make you cry, I'll tell you that. Jesse, do you have any final words? Last show of the year and for our viewers out there?
Well, it was pretty laid back and pretty enjoyable to be part of this show. And I'm really looking forward to your new show, and I hope I can be a part of that as well.
You definitely will be. And it's going to be fun waking up with a cup of coffee, Jesse Schule, and the first family of Las Vegas. If you think I've got some energy this late in the day, wait till you see me first thing in the morning after a couple of pots of Italian imported coffee. Oh, my God. Oh, it's like a Tasmanian devil on Red Bull and crack. Anyway, guys, I want to thank Sports Memo, your one-stop shop for all your sports betting needs. Our wonderful panel of experts. Most of all, I want to thank you, our viewers. You made us. Not only did we give out some good content, we had fun. We enjoy doing this every day because you're so overwhelming with your watching and the views and the likes and the comments. Keep coming back. We're going to keep doing what we do. Thank you. On behalf of Sports Memo, Dionne D'Amico, Jesse Schule, and me, Joe D'Amico, good luck. Have a winning day and a happy new year.